think that that this is okay. Let's say that this is fine. Just a little extra adjustment. Yeah, like that is better. Okay, so you know what I had in mind? You know, if I put just a line, okay? Just a line. Make a big rectangle. Just a big one, okay? And then I imagine two wheels, okay? I'm trying to get the proportion so far. Two wheels here. So can you see it? Top view would be much better. Yeah, machine, don't worry, we're gonna do top view also. So now let's imagine I put a center line, okay? And I know that I'm trying to understand now how I can make the back. And before we start doing the shading and some other details, yeah, it's a diffuser. Thanks Godzilla Rock. The exhaust, now we're gonna sketch the exhaust pipes, which they're gonna be placed, of course, here. You see, we're gonna put the other one here. It's gonna be the same thing. I try to see the size, okay? It's there. All right. And then once we did that, we can just make the hole that there is in the exhaust pipe. So we just leave a little bit of border, which we can imagine that is chrome, aluminum, I don't know, whatever you want. Hi, Omkar. We just started, don't worry. And we make that thickness so that it becomes more believable. Little details. Those details make the thing really believable. Okay, so once again, let's check together. I would say that it's not so bad. It's wide, so it helps the proportion here to look very dynamic, okay, not heavy. And I think that it's a fairly simple design, so that it's not complicated, so it's easier to understand. And in the center we can just put a nice of those red rear light, you know, like a Formula One, made of LED, and we can make it, I don't know, we can do it like this. My pencil is breaking. Okay. All right, so we have the line work of this nice detail. Yeah, it has to be like a muscle car. I agree with you. I'm machine. So what a fender is considered part of in terms of volume? Sir, what fender is considered a part of in terms of volume? What a question. I have difficulty to understand. The side fender is this, it's here. It's here. And there, of course, we need, something that is doing that. But the wheels are there. Okay. You see? Now, I just did something a little bit geometrical, a little bit in the mood of today. That's no big deal. But the nice thing is that it looks nice. It's not so bad. So I'm trying to make it on the other side also. Try to see the proportions to make sure that they don't look too different from left to right. Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like a 90s design Honda or something like that. But anyway, the most important thing is the sketch. After you put your design, of course. And one thing we can do, it's here on the side. We can just put a little bit of those side opening that we can find on different cars today, where it's basically a part of the cooling system of the rear brakes. Okay. So can you see? I can join today, Mander. Hey, Mander, how you doing? That's a friend of mine. Slept early. Appreciate the session. Okay, thank you, Mander. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. This is P29, so it's already our 29th live session to sketch cars. And so I try to draw a bus for practice. Bus, it's can be easier, but also it can be difficult. That's the effect. All right. So But there is a big mistake here. Nobody saw it. Okay. Now I fixed the mistake. This tire, this one was a little bit higher than this one that looks coming down also for the light effect. So I just put a little bit more dark here and it looks like it's okay. There you go. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay, can you see the three-dimensional effect? Why is Art Center so expensive? Was it the same during your days? Yes, it was. The Art Center is an expensive school because Art Center has, how can I say, has an important history, but an important structure. And it's a particular type of school. That's what we have to say. So it's complicated to explain why it is expensive, but I can assure you that it is expensive because if it was not expensive, if it were not expensive, it would not be a good school. That's for sure. Okay, so I'm trying to make this line like that, which is better, looks better. You see, now we have those two coming down like that. It looks better. What do you think? Yeah, Art Center has extremely good teachers, and Art Center has pays really well the teachers. Has a lot of programs, a lot of machines, a lot of stuff, a lot of quality, and to give a lot of quality, you have to spend and invest a lot of money. So a lot of computers. It's big. It's well done. Okay, now that I did that, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take care of the reflection here, okay, on this side, because I know that we have to start playing with the contrast. If this will be dark, this will be light. That's what we have to do. So, Pforzheim is a very good school. Yes, Pforzheim is a very good school. Extremely good school in Europe. Yes, Pratyush, nothing is gonna be the same. I can assure you, nothing. So should I take non-medical in school for becoming non-medical? What do you mean non-medical? You gonna become a car designer or a doctor? Tell me. Okay, like that is better. Okay, so let's start making our reflections. Now I'm starting to make the shading of the core, the sky. And what I'm trying to do is how dark and wide it's gonna be the dark spot here. It all depends on what type of radius we have here. So I imagine it's not such a big radius. So we can make it like that in terms of proportions, you see? And then start doing our shading. So what did I do? I put my shading, this one on the glass, just like I did here, okay? But at the same time, the two value here, this value and this one, were looking too similar. So they cannot be similar because this is a surface facing up and this is facing down. So I made this darker so that we understand always what is facing the light and what is not facing the light. All right, now I would like to do something just to start making things a little bit more liquid. Okay, can you see this detail I did here? Look, it really looks like liquid reflections. Godzilla Rock. I'm using a Faber-Castell blue soft pencil. So now I have to start doing some details because the details are gonna be so you see I just gave a little bit different type of roundness to those reflecting lines to make it sure that the surface, it looks like more bubble and not flat. Yes, Omkar, if it comes out good, I will frame it, promise. All right, so now and of course you can have fun, you know, I'm having fun. I really hope that you will also when you do this type of exercise, because it's not just an exercise, it's also to enjoy, to see how the things you have in your head, it's starting to come out and it looks really nice, if you make it nice, of course. You see the little reflection there. Okay, so now last thing I want to do, I just want to make this a little bit darker, just a little bit. And here too. And then in this area something is still not right. Yeah, now it's better. See that reflection? It looks better now. This one is still too much light here. So we have to calm it down, but unless it's not believable. You know, we have to, it's a balance. We have to keep the right balance. Okay, so now that we have this, okay, so now let's do some details here. I will show you what I'm doing. Just a second. Can you see the little detail of the LEDs? Those are the dark red LED lights. You see? No, I'm gonna just put a little bit of extra, yeah, LEDs. I'm just gonna put a little bit of extra shading, all right? And it's gonna look really nice. Okay. And then we have to do now let's imagine that we have this type of details, like this is a sort of this aerodynamic diffuser has is done of a special type of material, you know. So we have to put little details that show that this thing, it's really in relief. It's not a simple smooth surface. So I use my point and I make some details, okay? Then once I will finish, I will put some shading around to give a more believable feeling. Okay, can you see? So now that I did that, I'm just gonna put some little bit of lines on top of them. Just lines. And look how it looks now. Little detail that makes the difference. I just check the shading to make sure that everything looks nice. Okay. Oh, for all the engineers, I put an antenna there. Huh? So you should be happy. Eh? You should be very happy. I put an antenna in the right place where it works. Can you please explain how to draw single-seater car interior? Hey, Naga, I got it. Okay, so now, first one, what we want to do is here. So what I'm doing now, I'm trying to make sure that the bottom, the ground cast shadow does not look too sharp, because in reality it will never be sharp. And one thing we can do now, we can write, I don't know. Trying to make a sort of a nice quick background. So here also, I just want to make this a little bit more rounded. Okay, so today is 13/06/18. So, what do you think? Let me know. If I see it through the my YouTube on my PC, it looks okay. It's not really perfect. There are some stuff that are not really super correct, but overall it works. So it looks shiny, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And I say that the proportion is not so bad. It's a little bit of an eye fish perspective. It should be probably a little bit lower and a little bit wider, you know, but it's okay. It's just a sketch. Yeah, I know. Machine is true. That's why I put the 90 there, so that Ace, Mr. Ace. All right, that's something new. Somebody new there. Good. Thank you. Like some people do. Here we are like $10 for 2x1. And even cheaper for the others. So if you're interested, go and get it. And I will take a picture of this, all right? Luciano Bove review. I'll put it on Instagram and on our brand new Facebook page, Sketching Design Academy. Thank you. Ciao. See you Monday. Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to be with you once again. Bye. Ciao.